He is the Olympic champion on this apparatus from 2020 and the first artistic gymnast representing Israel to win a medal at the Olympics. It's Artem Dolgopiat.
Биричката. Да видим. Браво.
Opening pass. So much fight and control.
Браво.
Straight front into the double fight front. He makes it look easy.
Опа.
Double twisting, double back somersault down the side. Incredible. Two and a half twists backwards into the double front. Step forward, which will be a deduction, but incredibly well performed otherwise. Into his floor elements. That full turning jump to front support is one of the options for the new skills that have to be in men's floor routines. And there's a scissor kick as a transition. Incredible work, proving just why 5.66 was his qualification score. He took medals at World Cups last year. First in Osijek, third in Hungary, and first in Paris. Will it be another medal here today in Cottbus to add to the collection? It's 14.5. Great score. Almost the same. And there's the score for Ante Kubar. It was 13.866. Slightly down on his qualifications, but a really good score nonetheless. We move on to our next athlete, an individual neutral athlete. It's Yahor Sharamko. Dynamic opening tumbling pass there.
Wow. Good.
Working with a lot of speed and energy, but he's managing to maintain it. Tiny landing deduction so far. The double stroke. And there's that full turn down to front support. It's nice to see these male gymnasts changing up their corner transitions. And double twisting, double back. Here are the floor rankings so far in first place. Some of the others performed. But let's welcome our next athlete, individual neutral athlete Alexander Kartsev. Double straight to kick things off. All twisting front into the double pipe front. Be glued together throughout. 2.5 twists backwards into the straight front forwards, down the side, and a stag jump with a turn. Did well to stay in bounds there. There's that full turn to front support once again. Really well today. It's still more experience. And there's the score for Alexander Kartsev. It's 13.9.
Der dritte Platz ist vielleicht die Ausgabe der Alexander
Third place, individual neutral athlete Alexander Kartsev. In second place, individual neutral athlete Yamor Sharamko. And in first place, the floor champion here at the Cottbus World Cup, Israel Dolgoviak. No stranger to that top spot on the podium. 2020 Olympic champion, 2023 world champion, and he continues to dominate on the floor exercise. I'm sure this is not the last we'll see of Artem Dolgoviak taking gold on the floor. Another gold medal to his collection. But perhaps first glow for beer. Interesting trophy to take home to Israel. He was second on Pommel horse at the European Champions, second at the 2023 Junior World Championships, both times behind his teammate Manukian, who is in this final. It was Kat Chatrian who beat him in qualifications, but they were both behind Italy's Gabriele Targhetta, so that just shows you how much talent is in this final, and Mamikon has definitely set the bar. I think that routine was a reflection of how many routines he does in training. He looked cool, calm and collected. There wasn't a second of doubt as a viewer. Let's see what the judges thought. He scored 14.966 in qualifications, a huge score. Just 0.04 behind, 3-4 behind Gabriele Targhetta, who scored a huge 15 in qualifications. 14.966, exactly the same as qualifications. A massive score. He's certainly put pressure on the rest of the field. At just 18 years old. Our first gymnast on women's vault represents Japan. It's Shioku Kohane. Leaning through her first vault, chooses the half-on entry. Shioku qualified in third place with a score of 13.433, and that score is an average of her 2 vaults. Just a hop-on landing, but lots of power. Sprints up to that vault, and it's that round-off style entry for those new to the sport. So now she'll be looking to do a different entry for her second vault. And a new rule for the 2025 to 2028 cycle is a 0.2 bonus if a gymnast does one forward salto and one backward salto for each vault. So both vaults must be done without a fall in order to reap the benefit of that 0.2 bonus. But when it comes to a World Cup final, you do expect to see a lot of those gymnasts going for that bonus. So we've seen a backward somersault. If this is a forward one, then she would receive the bonus. And the score for her first vault, 13.566. You can see there the execution, 8.766, and the difficulty, 4.8. Those scores are added up to get that 13.566. She prepares for her second vault. It's Ishioku Kohane of Japan. This time at the Yurchenko entry, so the round off onto the springboard, the flick onto the vault, and a lovely full twist in the air. So it was another backward salto, so she would have received that 0.2 bonus, but it was another entry onto the vault, so she covers her bases of two different families of vaults. And just 0.1 down on her qualification score. Very consistent work from Ishioku. We move back to the pommel horse and to our top qualifier, Italy's Gabriele Targhetta. Beautiful line. Judges looking for that straight hip position that he's demonstrating. Great work there on the one arm. Pushes up to handstand. Controls it. Even has time to show off for a second there. Absolutely effortless. And Gabriele Targhetta, he had, as I mentioned, a huge 15 in qualification. An amazing score. And it's 14.966 to beat, so he does need to pretty much get into the 15s again to take the lead. He was third on the pommel horse at the 2025 European Championships at just 19 years old. A bright future on this apparatus, for sure. Just works so effortlessly, making all these difficult skills and hand positions look easy. It's so subtle, and that's the difference between an average form workout and a world. 15 again, and he does it. 15 again. Consistency, 9 points of age. Yep, you heard me right, 50, and still competing at a world level in gymnastics. Absolutely unheard of. She's incredible. Representing Uzbekistan, Oksana Chusovitna. Full twisting suit for her first vault. Really nice shape in the air. She prepares for her second vault. So Oksana will receive a 9.9 as her average for both vaults. That puts her into second place at the moment. Next up on the pommel horse representing Kazakhstan, Zeynola Idrisov.
Ивко, я уже скоро с этапом. Да. Дигай краката, бе. Какво е това нещо? Дигай по-нависоко. Високо.
This camera angle shows just how difficult it is to keep your momentum and your hand placement accurate on the pommel horse. Working well on the one handle and into the diff rated if they successfully for the pirouette. 14.833 equates representing Germany on the vault. It's Karina Schoenmeier.
Имаше някакъв на европейското си имаше медал. Трябвало да 5 си играе.
On her first vault, she qualified in first place with 13.733. She's also 2025 European vault champion.
Ти отзад пак са се шашнали. Я да видим сега. Не справи се момичето на преспект сега.
A little short. 13.3. She receives that bonus. Two different somersaults, one forward, one backwards, and it's 13.8, which puts her into the top spot. And it's higher than her qualification, 15 in second place. Mamikon Katrian, 14.966, and in third place so far, Zeynola Idrisov, with 14.833. And over to women's vault. The scores so far in first place, Germany's Karina Schoenmeier with 13.8. In second place, common theme throughout this pommel horse final is the clean lines and world-class execution.
Нямам да живяла, нямам една червена шапчица.
Leaning through his routine there. He's pleased with that one. He qualified in equal force pace 14.7, which puts him into third place. Excellent work. Increased his Gymnasts often choosing to wear some sort of wrist protection or wrist support on the vault. What Anna's wearing there are often called panda paws, just to help give the wrists a bit of support. And there's the score for her first vault, 14.033. Very strong score and start to her vault final. She was sixth on vault at the 2025 World Championships and first on vault at the 2025 Russian Championships. So certainly making her mark as a vaulter. And she's only 17 years old. A young gymnast in the senior competitions. There's sure to be lots of vault finals in her future, and it's 13.816. Handspring with the full twist. Judges will be looking to decide if that was in the straight position or the pike position. Straight off the top, but slightly piked around the hips. Here's that Yushchenko we've seen from a few gymnasts today. Round off onto their first score. She's happy. She's in the top three with a score of 13.516. There are the results for the Pommel horse final here at the Cottbus World Cup. And here are the vault can do for you amongst two young gymnasts, 18 and 19 years old, Mamikon and Gabrielle, demonstrating the pressure they're putting on those experienced gymnasts. The Pommel horse becoming a really exciting apparatus for this quad. Great position there. Shows off his strength with a little raise of the chin. Good work, nice handstand position. Good work in the cross. Well executed dismount. Unfortunately, doesn't get the stick, but a really clean routine. Excellent. And that puts him into the top spot for now. We are back on the uneven bars, and representing Italy is Giulia Perotti. Nice start. Endo. Up to the high bar, she's swinging well. Lovely pack salto down to the low bar. Good form in the air. Beautiful toe point. The Italians always showing good execution from head to toe. Just off on landing.
You? You couldn't stop me if there were 6 to 7 of you. Charlotte was the only one that could do that. And the best part is, you know it. And now, this portal's almost strong enough for 6-7 itself to come through. I'm seeing you.
She looks relieved. Great work from the young gymnast, just 16 years of age. Her second year as a senior. She'll turn 17 this year. Women are turning 16 as seniors, and men are turning 19. Hitting those all-important handstand positions. Feet glued together. Really lovely work. She kept that rhythm going. Another angle of that pack. Textbook technique and execution. That Maloney, the half turn up to the high bar. He finishes that full turn slightly offline, past the handstand, so that will be a small deduction and another small deduction on the dismount landing. But a very nice routine from Julia.
My George.
She qualified in third place with a score of 13.9. 13.9 in qualifications, and certainly the score to beat. Up next on the rings, representing Armenia, Artur Avetisyan. Pushes up to his whole position with ease. Lovely flat body line. And the raise of the chin. Oozing confidence. Minor movements in the handstand. Swings to that whole position again. And this camera angle showing off that great body line. Squeezes to lift those heels. Really still handstand that time. Into the dismount. The tiniest is into the top spot. Great work from afterwards. Next to compete on the uneven bars, individual neutral athlete Milana Kayumova.
Haydi Bepçu.
Full pirouette, in bar shoulder, connecting nicely, working with speed but managing to control it. Back up to the high bar. Lots of energy in this routine. Another in-bar shoulder, such a difficult skill. You've really got to learn that as a young gymnast to properly master it.
Тихо.
Slightly handstand on that final half pirouette, which is through to the dismount. Perhaps a tiny bit of disappointment on her face, but a good routine, so hopefully this that routine really well. But it is an apparatus that does require precise adjustments. Young gymnast, just 15 years old. 15 years old, her first year as a senior. So great to make a World Cup final. She qualified in second place with 14.033. There's that in-bar shoulder. Slight flex of the feet, which will be a deduction, but almost feels necessary when you're getting your feet between your hands like that. And there's her score. 40.133 goes into the top spot. And a 0.1 increase on her qualification. And there's the smile. Start lift. representing the United States, it's Cameron Nelson. Nice body position in planche. Up the inverted cross there. Good job. And another inverted landing for Cameron Nelson. His second appearance here in the final. He didn't mess around there, did he? Great work. Good work. Iron crosses and inverted crosses done in handstand have increased in value in this current cycle. It's good to see gymnasts and coaches taking note and playing to your strengths. You've got to constantly adapt and move with these new rules. And here's that triple back dismount, which is a G in value. So that's worth 0.7. The triple pike dismount, named after USA's Donnell Wittenberg, is the hardest rings element in the code. And it's worth an H. That triple tuck. Not bad at all, 13.866. Big improvement again on his qualification, which was 13. Up next on the uneven bars, representing Japan, Nakashima Karin. Shoulder work there, feet between the hands. Works well, transitioning between the high and the low bars, earning bonus points by connecting difficult elements. Simple front giant to make sure she has her grip requirement. And a simple distance. Again, women don't get a stick bonus, but at least you won't pick up any deductions. Simple, but effective, the end part of that routine. But some difficult connections at the beginning. A really nice balance, well within her capabilities. And room for upgrading, I would assume, because it looked effortless. Is that in-bar work? Back up to the high bar, straight back down to the low bar. All of these connections gaining her bonus points. The straddle shoulder. Shoulder with the full pirouette. Great toe point. And beautiful double pike dismount. She won't receive the 0. It's 13.8. Brilliant work. That puts her into third place. Great job. That execution risk versus reward certainly paid off. Back over to the rings, representing Azerbaijan. It's Nikita Simonov. working really well so far. In full control of the rings. Quite a long pause there. Perhaps trying to gain some energy, take a deep breath. Had open hands on that hold. So he's got to make sure his wrists are on top of the rings. Back up to the handstand position. Into the dismount. I want to see that one to second place. Great work. Our final athlete on the uneven bars represents Italy. It's Elisa Iorio. Great height in her release and catch. Connecting it down to the low bar. Back up to the high bar. Works into the eagle grip there, the inverted grip. And back up to the high bar with ease. Slightly off handstand there. Working again seamlessly into the invert. Look at her wrist position. We haven't seen that from anyone so far. She works through the pirouette, back into it and into the dismount. Really great work. 24. And she's first here today. 14.266. Incredible work. And a great routine to finish today's World Cup on. Do stay with us as we have our medal ceremonies coming up. Here are the final standings of our rings competition. In third place with 13.866 at this year's Cottbus World Cup. In third place with 14.033 is Italy's Giulia Perotti. In second place. In third place, representing Italy, Giulia Perotti. In second place, neutral athlete Milanu Kayumova. And in first place, Cottbus World Cup champion on the bars from Italy, Elisa Iorio. Two Italians on that podium, showing their strength on the uneven bars. Great form, great technique, individual style as a nation. Known for his floor work. Really great to see him earning a World Cup medal. And in second place, it's Nikita Simonov representing Azerbaijan. And in first place, representing Armenia, Artur Avetissian. True rings specialist, Artur, adding to his large collection of rings medals, the 2026 Cottbus Rings Champion.